Well, here I am again in my production facility with all the homespun charm of a Vietnam POW filming. I shaved this time so I don't look like complete garbage, and I did my face too. So I've prepared this very complicated outline of things I wanted to talk about, and it's funny because I do Tasty Trade every weekday, but unlike anybody else there, I have no one to talk to. It's just me, which probably is best. But I don't get the opportunity for like banter back and forth and so on. Same thing here. So I'm kind of used to just talking to myself. But there's so much going on. I really wanted to just extemporaneously share some thoughts. This morning, of course, was a big morning. As I was very clear, I was extraordinarily short the market, shorter than I've ever been. And I was a little nervous because the chatter out there was short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze. And after last Wednesday, wouldn't have been a complete shock. So imagine my relief when the market plunged after the CPI report. And it really feeds into something that I'm really trying to tell myself, and I'd like to try to tell you, which is just how important the psychological shift, the market reality is. And I talked about behavioral change last time, and I say again, we must change our behavior to adapt to the new behavior of the market. Because in normal kind of bull markets, in asset inflationary markets, you know how it goes, because somebody will buy something, and maybe it goes down, and the persistent promise will be, it'll come back. It'll come back. Just hang on. Don't sell it. It'll come back. And you know what? It usually does come back. On the whole, things tend to go up. And so after you've been trained like that for year after year and decade after decade, you just don't sell. And I was talking to my beloved son about what's going on in the market, and he was asking, why aren't people shorting? Why aren't they excited about this opportunity to go the other direction? And I told him that just there's a lot of reasons people don't know about it. They're afraid of it. They think it's unpatriotic or something. And also, there's the theoretical, although as a practical matter, completely unimportant mathematical reality that your losses can be infinite. And so very few. I don't know what the percentage is. Of all people, I should probably know, but I have no idea what percentage of traders actively participate in short selling. If you told me it was less than 5%, I would certainly believe you. It might be less than 1% as far as I know. And as far as people who only do shorting, that's like me and nobody else. Maybe a couple of you. But people only know how to buy stocks and pray. And the praying hasn't been working out so good. So the it'll be back thing is gone. And we have to turn that on its head, because take last Wednesday, for example, please. In my view, the market we're in now is one in which, and God forgive me for saying this, you almost can't lose by shorting something. No matter what happens to it, if it goes up, it's kind of the upside down version of, it'll come back. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Because in this market, things will tend to go down. Now, my battle plan, as you all know, has been as simple as can be. And it's so simple that it bothers me. It just seems it shouldn't be so simple. But I'll just say it again. Hold on for dear life until 3,800, which isn't that far away at this point. I don't even know what the ES is at right now. It's at 39 something. But it's a pretty modest percentage drop from here. Hold on to 3,800. Get rid of everything. If you're really greedy, go long. I don't know if I'll do that, and then wait. I don't know if it'll be weeks. I don't know if it'll be months. Probably weeks. That the market will find some reason to rally. Maybe peace in Ukraine. Maybe some fundamentally important news will come out. That would be a perfect one right there. That would be perfect if like Russia gave up and there was this peace rally. That would actually make a lot of sense. And then it would reach, some level I'll have to figure it out at the time. Maybe as high as 4,300, maybe 4,100, whatever it is. And that would be the time to just like sell your soul and use the proceeds to buy putts. Because my view is that this leg down we're in now, which is glorious, is the training session for the next one. And if I were to give myself a grade of how I've been doing in this, I would give myself probably a good solid B. I think a B is fair. And I would like to be, an A minus maybe for the real leg down. So, I'm writing a novel now, and I've gotten better at like making up stuff out of the blue. And so if we're going to make up a storyline for this, it's, we're in the leg down now. There will continue to be, bad economic news, inflationary scares, bad news from Europe, and it'll just grind its way down to 3,800. And then let's just say peace breaks out. Everyone is ecstatic. People look toward the future with optimistic eyes, which is human nature. And we rally, like 10-fold percent across the board on the big indexes. And everything's a bargain and stocks are on sale and all that. And that is when I would love to just go crazy shorting. And then we'll take it down to God knows how low. So that's the battle plan. And it's been going all right so far. In the midst of all this, no one's complained. Not a single person's complained. But I've got to believe a few people out there, especially on my Twitter feed, like, okay, enough about Kramer, enough about Cathie Wood. We know they suck and all that. Just enough. We get it. And I kind of can't help myself, because the thing is that they continue to be the beneficiaries of this decades of Federal Reserve treachery. And, they're rich. They're extremely rich. They're famous. They're extraordinarily well paid. And for what? I hate to be childish and it's just not fair, but I gotta say, it's just not fair. And I really, the world needs to understand what these people are and what they do and what they don't do, and what they're capable of and what they're not capable of. And in due time, eventually, people will be like, ew, and they'll get it. But I would like to be a part of the world getting it, because it's just the truth. So yeah, expect it to continue. And I'll also say, as far as the WSB crowd goes, they've been taken to the woodshed horribly already, but I'm sure they are far from giving up. All the AMC and the GME crazies and all that. Their accounts are probably small enough that they've exited stage left a while ago. But I think as the years go by, we will all look back at this and just shake our heads. This is the most insane and largest, most popular craziness in financial history. Just the sheer amount of participation from people participating in this madcap, foolish endeavor funded by the Fed. People will shake their heads. And bearishness is getting to be fashionable. And, the I told you so's are getting to be fashionable. And in a queer way, it's less fun for me, because it's sort of fun being like the only bear lunatic around. And now I'm sort of getting to be like everybody else, which I never like. But bearishness will fade in popularity soon enough when that counter-trend rally kicks in. And Cathie Wood will be like, oh, glad that's over. So that'll be when it really gets interesting this year. As far as crypto goes, okay, it's just, bundled it with WSB, part of the madness, part of the animal spirits. This is going to be close to 10 minutes. Let me just close with this one thing. It's a mouse pad. And this mouse pad I saw at the UPS store, of all places. And I could hardly believe it, because I looked at it, and if I don't know how well you can see this, but it's a stock chart in Fibonacci Fibonacci, geez, I don't even know what they're called anymore, fan lines, yeah, fan lines. And smile, the end is near. And I looked at this like, that had to be me. There's nobody else on the planet that twisted. And sure enough, it was me. This is probably the only one in existence. And I said, I asked them really nicely if I could have it, because this is way back in the days of profit. But if nothing else, I'm consistent. That was a little bit before the financial crisis kicked in. So anyway, as far as this video goes, smile, the end is here.